Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, January 16th, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. Actually, before I go into this chart, I do want to mention that wickedstocks.com put out two stock picks this week. On Thursday, we put one on MP Materials. If you're not familiar, they are the only operating rare earth mine and processing facility in the United States. So, it's a really hot topic right now. We present the possibility for a significant buy signal. We outline all the conditions necessary. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Check it out for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 2-week free trial, where you also get the stock pick from earlier in this week in AEVA, a laser high-tech company, and, our daily NVIDIA, our daily SPY, our daily Triple Q, etc. Check us out at wickedstocks.com. Here we are. Weekly chart goes back several years. What the takeaway here is, holding above 402.48 on the weekly chart provides a base of support that is buyable. You can bottom pick this as we move into the second quarter. From here, we can round up within 3 to 5 months or sooner, testing then the 532.17 6-year rising channel top that you see here, that may well contain buying into later, possibly through all of 26. Now, we've been anticipating the possibility of 402.48 for the last 3 weeks, following the gap lower opening 3 weeks ago below the low of the all-time high, 473.82. There were other elements on the daily chart that same early part of that week that also suggested bearish continuation. This market's been heavy since then, but has only been testing an 8-month channel bottom on the daily chart that you can see here at 435.21. This same structure actually held selling pressures back in November, and at that time we were calling this a 4-star support. Now we've reduced it to just session containment in light of the fact of that gap lower opening, and the fact that, you've got this base of support that can act, the analogy I would use is a bit of a magnet. The market is always drawn to long-term levels, in my opinion. It doesn't mean that the near to midterm don't hold, but and that is the case right now with 435.21. We bottomed out here a week ago, got a bit of a pop, and now we're right back at it. In fact, if I were to zoom in, I would show that you've got this sort of ping pong, if you will, between 435.21 and 443.41. 443.41 is this descending channel top over the last few weeks that's actually managed to contain buying pressures most of this week, actually all of this week. Now, we've yet to test it outright, but we've come pretty darn close to testing it both on Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Thursday. Monday too, absolutely. And we've fallen away. So we're in this, unless today we just trade between 435.21 and 443.41, I don't expect that. The market is going to tip its hand, I think, one direction or another today by closing outside of this wedge. If it closes below 435.21, we are then expecting the 402.31 formation within, at this stage now, I'm going to call this a 2 to 3 week sell signal. So if you're looking for a 2 to 3 week short play right now,
if you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
It would be either selling a settlement below 435.21 or you're waiting for upward retracement into this low 470s resistance, which we've yet to obviously see. But if we do, and I'll take us back to this chart, close today above 443.41, we would expect the low 470s within a couple of weeks. So you're either buying, and I'm talking now to 2 to 3 week swing traders. This is more of a 1 to 2 week swing trade. You're either buying a settlement today above 431.41, that is go along into the low 470s, or you're selling a settlement today below 435.21, in which case you're expecting bearish continuation over the next couple of weeks to the 402.31 formation, which is the same exact formation I showed earlier on the weekly chart at 402.48. This 402.31 area can contain selling through the rest of the first quarter. And we can round up, as I say, from there into the 530s. Round up from there to 532.17 within 3 to 5 months, possibly sooner. 532.17, significant overhead resistance, 6 years in the making, able to contain quite possibly annual buying pressures. Now, if over the next few weeks we manage to close below 402.31, that is a significant sell signal that should take us into the second quarter. 2 to 3 months later, I think we'd find ourselves in what is now 318.31 and climbing likely into the 320s, 330s within 2 to 3 months of closing below 402.31. But we're not expecting that unless we close below 402.31. Until then, that is an aggressive buy zone as we move not only through February, but into the second quarter. We can round up from there. Whether we test 402.31 or not has everything to do, in my opinion, with whether we close today, for instance, below 435.21. Until then, one can make the case that the 470s are calling, and that becomes expected with a settlement today above 443.41, expecting 470.38, the 5/8 upside Fibonacci over the last month or so, and of course that 473.82 low of the all-time high. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe, check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 14-day free trial. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla report. You have a great weekend.